Well, this fall, I had the privilege of being introduced to these 4 young, intelligent, young adults who call themselves Team Storm. They are currently competing in the first LEGO League Hydrodynamics Challenge, and they were tasked with the mission to come up with a real-world solution and improve the way we think about, use, and dispose of water. They've come up with a pretty cool idea, and I've asked them here to come for 2 reasons. I think it's important to you guys to all see the next generation, how their minds work, and how excited they are to make this world a better place.
Something else
I want you guys to see people do care about water still, and I think their project is pretty innovative. They come up with a unique way of marking storm drains to help in reporting illicit discharges. They come up with a very cool idea of scanning QR codes. I'm not going to go into it too much. I don't want to take their thunder. So with that, I'm going to quickly introduce. We're going to start with Trevor.
Hi, I'm Trevor. I'm 13 years old.
And we have Claire.
I'm Claire. I'm 10 years old.
We have Aiden.
Hi, I'm Aiden, and I'm 14 years old.
And we have Katie.
I'm Katie. I'm 10 years old.
And let me get your... So, this is Team Storm. Can I get a warm welcome for Team Storm?
Okay. So have any of you heard of First LEGO League before today? Alright, well I have no doubt you all have heard of Lego, everyone's favorite building toy. First LEGO League is a partnership between LEGO and an international organization called FIRST. FIRST stands for Inspiration and Recognition of Science and Technology.
It is a robotics program that is enjoyed by over 255,000 kids around the world. It was started to get kids excited about science, technology, engineering, and math. It has been successfully turning kids into problem solvers and inventors with each new season.
You see, it is a challenge to design, build, and program a robot made entirely out of Lego that will complete a series of missions on a 4-foot by 8-foot playing table. Teams have only 2.5 minutes to earn as many points as they can, and the robot must run autonomously to complete those tasks. However, there is more to First LEGO League than just robots. It also gives kids like us the opportunity to work with experts like Mr. Days, who provide us with insight and inspiration as we further develop our research.
Each year, First LEGO League teams are presented with a real-world theme, like education, waste management, or water use, which is this year's theme. Kids select and research a problem based on that year's theme, then devise innovative ways to help solve that problem. All of this is done practicing the signature core values, which are the cornerstone of all FIRST programs. They emphasize good sportsmanship, teamwork, and having fun.
We are excited to tell you about the project that we have been working on since last August and are grateful to the Alliance of Indiana Rural Water and to Mr. Days, who gave us the opportunity to be with you today.
Stormwater is the leading cause of water pollution. It runs off solid surfaces like driveways and collects things such as oil, pesticides, and chemicals, which unfortunately get deposited in the nearest waterways.
Even something natural like sediment, according to the Environmental Protection Agency, causes $16 billion in damage annually. And 70% of sediment in stormwater is a result of human activities, such as construction and road care.
And did you know that in most cases, water entering storm drains does not receive treatment before it enters streams and lakes, and it can contaminate our drinking water sources?
This season, we spoke with 3 water experts from Terre Haute and Uri communities. We toured local water and wastewater treatment plants and consulted 2 environmental engineers from Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology.
It became clear to us that stormwater pollution is a huge problem affecting the water that you and I depend on.
So currently, in communities across the country, wastewater treatment facilities heavily depend on the citizens to report problems. This is because because there are too many storm drains for wastewater workers to check on a regular basis.
Miss Alicia Barnard from the Terre Haute Wastewater Treatment Plant said that our city has roughly 6,050 storm drains on the streets and 100 outfalls to waterways. She cannot keep track of them all without the community's help.
Ms. Barnard explained there are usually two options for citizens to report a problem.
The first is to contact your local wastewater facility by phone, which assumes people are willing to look up that number and make a call.
The second is to do a web search to find your local wastewater treatment facility, since some communities have a page where you can fill out an online form to report a problem.
Will you remember the details of a location to report it correctly?
Let's face it, people are unlikely to do something that requires a lot of time and effort.
Since Ms. Barnard says she only receives about 1 call a month, we feel a better system is necessary.
So we created Stormwater Community Watch, an online system that uses quick response codes, so you can be the superheroes of your community by reporting issues with local storm drains.
Our solution will improve the way we dispose of stormwater because problems can be reported quickly and addressed immediately before they become too unmanageable.
Right. Stormwater Community Watch allows you to report a problem as soon as you see it, just by scanning the QR code which will be installed near the storm drain, similar to these Don't Pollute plaques, which are already found near many drains.
Let's take a look at an actual problem Ms. Barnard shared with us, and you can see our solution in action.
Look at this car leaking oil.
It's running directly into the storm drain, which means all that oil runs right into the river and impacts our water quality.
This is something water management facilities need to address right away.
Good thing there's an easy solution.
Just scan the code, take a picture of the storm drain, and hit send.
The photo alone will provide valuable information, but an additional checklist allows users to give more specific details if they wish.
Is there excessive sediment around the drain that can lead to flooding?
Does the water have algae, which indicates a serious problem due to fertilizers that can leave dangerous nitrates in our drinking water?
Is there a rainbow-like sheen present, which would indicate oils and grease?
Just click on the appropriate box.
Your photo message will be sent to the wastewater facility, and GPS will be attached to the photo file so the exact location of the storm drain can be identified. Our system creates a database so wastewater facilities can track the history of each storm drain.
We created a business model canvas to better understand the steps necessary to implement our idea.
For example, we know our idea is cost effective because QR codes are free to create and register. The main cost will be installing the codes onto drains and maintaining the website. We've already applied for a grant with our city to help fund this.
We know we'll need to advertise, so we'll put informational inserts in water bills.
We know it will be user-friendly because quick response codes are being used by millions of people worldwide. Also, both Android and iOS have built-in environmental scanners in newer phones.
This gives us confidence that citizens will scan our QR codes and will help control stormwater pollution.
We are grateful to all those with whom we shared our solution, especially water experts Ms. Bernard and Mr. Days, web developer Mr. Christensen, and environmental experts Dr. Miller-Price and Dr. Robinson.
And special thanks to Commissioner Pickett of the Indiana Department of Environmental Management, who wants to see our city to pilot this program.
We will gladly answer any questions you may have about how we plan to implement our Stormwater Community Watch. Now we can help you be a superhero in your community. Thank you.
So we have a couple minutes for questions. Does anyone have a question you'd like to ask Team Storm? How many people are ready to take this to their community? What's that?
Have you met with the city council?
Have you guys met with the Terre Haute City Council, Mayor?
So we actually had the opportunity to go to the governor's office to present to some of the staff. Unfortunately, the governor wasn't there at the time, but so they were all very excited about it and really want to see us pilot this program and get it started.
We've also talked to the mayor and showed him our idea, and so we haven't seen the city council, but we've seen the wastewater treatment workers of Terre Haute, and also the mayor.
You guys have any other questions for him? So we're getting close to the end here. Team Storm has set up a booth with their display right outside. They're going to be hanging around for most of the morning time. So if you guys wanted to ask them specific questions, please stop them in the hall. Like you can see, they're full of energy and would love to get some feedback from you all. So we can get one more round of applause. So Team Storm has won their regional Indiana, and they will be competing in the World First Legal Leg Championship in Detroit, Michigan this fall or this spring. They're competing against hundreds of students from all over the world. So that's a pretty big accomplishment that they've made it this far. So you guys can follow them. They have Facebook pages too, and I'm sure they have all that info on their booth out there. So with that, thank you guys. Enjoy the conference.
Don't forget to get scanned out. Got it. 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 Got it.
I got it.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
Doesn't matter to me, I'm walking. All right. Yeah, you can walk through rotation. You're right,
I
go.
was used to going left and right.
Gimme?
Yep.
That's why Jessica.
Got it. Got it.
Hey.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
She knew that
Got it.
I really enjoyed the Lego and robot side. So we got involved that way, and then he left second year. But my parents continued the program.
Got it.
So, and then this year the challenge was water.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
Bionic man.
Yeah. Or diabetic. Like me.
That's not good.
No. I'm type 2. It's under control. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
Got it. That fear in the kids. Yeah, they did a great job.
Well, they're getting hot now, though, aren't they?
Yeah, they play together, they'll be all right. They're young, they have trouble playing together.
Yeah, they never stay old, right? They're always here and gone, you know?
After the freshman year.
Not this year. By the way, how you doing, buddy?
Got it? No, I was in Alabama State. Got it? I went out there. Got it? Got it? Got it? Got you. Okay. As soon as you have them filled out and signed, you don't need to carry them around anymore. Yes.
45 minutes from like Gunnersville. We'll get drop the registration. We'll pass it.
Nope. I don't know if I'm.
Yeah, we tag him across the other.
Here, Mohammed? Yes. I'm not scanning in yet. Wham! Damn it, Joe. Yeah. So they ain't no, I guess there's.
Oh, are they not? Oh, yeah, yeah.
Did everybody get scanned out? Okay.
Jersey right there.
I will go back in there. I guess you understand me, right?
You probably want to go get it.
I thought I was going to get it for him. These guys just like
Sherry, you've got this class, right?
I'm supposed to be down in admin. I'm just trying to get people scanned out.
What? Is this the water class?
Yes.
Okay, then I am here.
Yes, you probably have.
Huh? Yeah. Well, I got a, scan, have you been scanned out?
I have not been scanned out.
Here.
Hey, how's it going?
Get scanned out so I can get scanned back in.
Yeah, well then I gotta figure out how to,
Get it back in where you can scan everybody back in, huh?
yeah. Still scanning out? I just scanned out, now I gotta figure out how to.
Disinfection byproducts of groundwater and RTCR.
Which is this B or C?
See.
Which is phosphate chemical.
And they force you to. Next time they change the lead comparable.
Is that what it is?
Here, I'll tell you.
Flexible drop pipe.
Good God, I don't even run this place.
Flexible drop pipe.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you must compare this to what issues you're going to have with wastewater.
You never get the flexible drop. I'm on board to teach you.
I gotta find it because it ain't showing up.
Here, you passed it. It's economic, efficient.
Hey, Artemis.
Hi,
Katie.
Everybody ready to get scanned back in? Your election.
Yeah, very
Here you go.
Don't tell him that.
Oh, Mark.
How you doing? You all right?
Jill, how you doing?
Find one of the kids.
Well, they just set that stuff where you
Oh,
can't
the
see it.
kids have the marbles.
No,
Sherry's-
we're out of the marbles.
Sherry's campus out, you're out of marbles.
Yes.
But that's a great idea.
Yeah, go back over there.
Yeah, because I was confused since I was, I don't know where I'm supposed to be.
I guess we'll let this charge some more.